Hello, welcome to what I did this week. Yes, I have a hood on because my hair is a mess. I can't get it to look nice today, or a lot of days. If anybody knows any really good minimalist hair care tips, I would totally take them, especially if it's shampoo recommendations for fine, wavy / almost curly hair that is short, as you can see. Anyways, welcome to my computer desk. Behind me you can see my husband's desk and a lot of books. That wall back there is actually built-in shelving. Anyways, let's talk about what I did this week. I am going to try to look at the camera as much as possible. I have this handy dandy list that kind of cuts off actually, because I have dual monitors. And if I put it right in the middle, kind of cuts off stuff that I typed. So I made some suede rectangles. For tags, I have one here. I learned that you can't really write on it with the pen / markers. I haven't had a ton of success using the pens / markers yet, except for some stickers that I made, which are really, really big. So I made some smaller square ones. I just haven't actually cut and wrote on them with my Cricut. So TBA. Yeah, that's right. To be announced when that'll be actually done. But I made a lot of them. My goal is I have some rivet. I think they're called rivets. And I actually do have a leather punch that I bought, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago for a belt, a couple of belts that I had that were too small because they were old belts and I still wanted to use them, like really old belts. But my goal is to punch a little hole on both ends and use the little rivets to enclose that on some crochet things that I've made. So like the granny square that I haven't, first ever granny square I made. It wasn't that long ago, so it's not it's not nostalgic. I haven't tied the little thingies, but so like this hole here, I would put the rivet thing, or it's a screw. No, it's a Chicago style screw. I'd put it through there so that it would kind of hang off my little whatever crochet object, or I guess some other objects that I could put that on. We'll see how it goes. I do realize that I could totally order these handmade from like Etsy, different shops on Etsy, I mean, things like that. But I have all the materials to make them myself. I just have to actually figure out how to get my label on them, to get my at least make it say Kris's Crafty. I tried to do it right. It was Sharpie marker, but the tip's not very fine and it's actually kind of smooshed. So that didn't work very well. Well, it was subpar for me. My husband thought it looked fine. Got some peppermint tea. It's very good for, I think, general wellness. Definitely digestive issues, stomach issues, things like that. I completed a few macrame projects, That makes it sound like a lot. I completed a couple macrame projects. I used all of the 12-inch dowels I had. To begin with, I had 4. Yeah, 4. I took a nap today, and that was nice. Maybe I can take another nap tomorrow. We'll see. So, macrame. One of the dowels I ended up having my husband cut it in half because I was making the very vertical, thin macrame wall hangings. I tried really hard to make wider ones this time. I did make one that I'm pretty happy with. I do wish it was wider, but the style I was just going, and I did it, and that's what matters. And I was really happy with it. I was much more happy with it than the other one that I had made with that scrap cord from that not so great macrame kit that I had. I finally worked on some coasters. I have them over there. I made technically 4 different patterns. They all have hearts on them, like metallic hearts. Because I cut it out, I cut the heart out because I wanted a little angel girl or boy or little devil girl or boy to be kind of the centerpiece, I guess. I didn't want to layer the 2 pieces of vinyl. So I had that. And they didn't lay down perfect, the little hearts, because I didn't use transfer tape for them because I wanted to use the inner heart also, which I did on the other 4 coasters I made. Basically 2 sets of 2. One says, "You are my stars," and I used this star font, and it was very, very difficult. It did not want to stick to the transfer tape for some reason, and it had like these tiny little stars on it. I don't know if I'll use that again, maybe when I get better at being able to do this stuff. By this stuff, I mean anything with vinyl and the Cricut machine and weeding and such. But the other one I made says, "I love you to the moon." I'm smiling a lot because that's what my son says a lot. I think one of my parents or both of my parents got him to start saying, "I love you to the moon." So that's kind of our thing, and it's super cute. It makes me happy. So that one I have in black vinyl. The words for both of them are in black vinyl. And then the "You Are My Stars" is the heart in the back is a gold metallic, whereas the "I Love You to the Moon" is a silver metallic heart. What else did I do? Obviously, with any macrame project, I had to cut a lot of cord. I think about halfway through already with my little bundle of cord that I got from Unfettered Co. on Etsy. I believe they're in Canada, and they make a lot of really nice colors. A lot of really nice cord in nice colors. I used that one for, I think, the last 2 projects I did. Definitely the one I made and gave to my friend. And I think I've basically only used that one, except for when I tried to use the scrap. I also tried this little loom thing. So I have I don't know. I think I have somewhere between 4 and 6 looms. Okay, we're just going to say 5 because I said between 4 and 6. So 5. I have about 5 different looms. I tried the small rectangle one. once, and I could not get it. I could not understand how it worked. It looked terrible, and I mean, I haven't tried it for years. And I found in this little box that I had, actually I have it here, but I'm showing my struggle in the video here because I could not figure out how to get this little one to work. I couldn't figure out which way I was supposed to be turning, like looping it around, and how, because I kept getting like 2 loops on it, and I didn't know how to get it started by any means. And I had to like hold the tail and the other thing at the same time, and then use the other hand to do the little thing with the little hook. And I learned that I can't hold the hook this way. Wait, let me double check. I can't. Yeah. I have to hold it with the pointy bit up. Oh no, did I mess up? Oh no. I don't know what I did. Oh, I lost the loopy. No. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. I think I went the wrong way. So I have to hold it like this. I can't hold it with the pointy bit, which is easier to see this way, I guess, with the pointy bit down, because when I hold it when I hold it with the pointy bit down, for some reason the way I'm holding it kind of hurts my hand a little, so I have to hold it up. And this video that I recorded of me doing this is not very long, because I'll show it at the end. My husband came in and he started telling me this story about his adventures in Tarkov. I'm actually gonna do a voiceover for it because most of it was him cursing, and it won't make sense unless I do the voiceover, because I was also, a lot of the times when I'm doing these crafts, because I know that I'm just going to do a voiceover or show it as part of my video, I watch other YouTubers. At the time when I was doing this, I was watching Jazza on YouTube. I don't remember which one of his randomizer ones. I have a thing for randomizers. So anyways, so in the video I didn't get very far, and it was really cool to watch it. Like, my husband and I kept joking around that it kind of looked like a little poop coming out, but because we're very mature. But look, this is how far I have now. I'm trying to, the directions that I have, it says that with like 20 inches, I can make a flower. I also saw a tutorial about being able to make this into a rug, which I think would be amazing, especially because I basically put down a pencil pouch project, which I'm very disappointed about putting it down. But I haven't worked on it in weeks because it's difficult. So I might just finish that project and just finish it. But I have all this cotton yarn, which again, it's difficult to work with because it's not stretchy, and I don't have the experience to be able to handle it well enough. So the tutorial I saw for the making these spool rugs, or whatever it's called, used cotton yarn. So I was like, hey, that would be great, because then I could just loom the yarn. It looks weird if I'm just, maybe if I loom the yarn. I was trying to find ideas for these large buckets that I have. There was a lot of these white and like minty green buckets on clearance at Walmart for like 50 cents. So I bought $2 worth of each. Yeah, $2 worth of each color. And I was like, that would be really awesome to cut some vinyl and fix it to the bucket. And we're a couple weeks later, I haven't figured out what to put on it. Mostly because, like, you saw with the last video I had a bucket, I thought Easter instead of like sand in the ocean, even though the color of the bucket is more sand and ocean. And then Easter. I mean, Easter baskets can be in any color, right? But also, who wants to buy an Easter basket? Does anybody want to buy an Easter basket? Because I have one. I might make like a couple Easter gifts and make it like an actual like gift bucket. I had to cover my face because I keep looking at myself. Does anybody else do that when they record videos? Do you end up looking at yourself at all? Let me know, because I'm very curious of whether, like, how normal that is. How do you get out of the habit of looking directly at the camera versus looking at yourself or anything else? I need the tips. So these buckets, I think my issue is that I don't know what I would use the buckets for, because under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't buy buckets like that because I wouldn't know what to use it for. So I don't know what to write on it, but I guess I could also write anything on it. I don't know. If you have any ideas, feel free to put it in the comments below. It'd probably be more helpful if I took a picture of the bucket and put it in this video. Additionally, I took a Cricut class. They were doing like Cricut 101 and Cricut 102, I believe, through Zoom. And I did the 101 class. The host, or the coach, they called him a coach, Coach Danny, he was very enthusiastic and very fun. And the host, I'm going to call her the host. I don't remember what her name is, but she seemed nice and fun also. So with the Cricut class, I did not learn a whole lot that I hadn't taught myself already, due to the fact that any new software, any new technology, I kind of just click a lot of buttons and figure it out. Because I just can't read the instructions, I guess. I do for most things, to be honest. I usually, with like new games or whatever, I'm usually the first one to, I mean board games, not video games. With board games, I read the instructions. It's kind of my thing. But for technology, I usually err on the side of just clicking things and trying things. I don't know why. It's just how I learn. Let me know if that's something that works for you, or if you prefer to take tutorials or read. So it took me a second. I have on my list that I wrapped things up. I wasn't entirely sure what I meant, and then I remembered I bought craft paper because I like that sort of style in wrapping. Not like in wrapping gifts, but in wrapping products. And I did wrap up a lot of things. I'm not happy with the way a couple of them got wrapped up, mostly because the craft paper I bought is not wide enough. Unfortunately, I need to buy. I'm debating whether or not I want to buy more craft paper in a larger size so I could wrap it better. And I mean, then I'd also be wasting stickers that I already printed. So I'm kind of just, I'm in the middle about it. We'll see. So I did that, and I labeled them. I took pictures of them before I wrapped them so that I could post them next year to Etsy. And I also took like a plain picture so I knew which one it was and gave it a sort of, I'm going to call it a manufacturer label. I basically put a code on it so that I knew, so I could write that code down on a sticky note on the wrapped item so I know what's in there. Otherwise, that would be a disaster. And finally, although this is not in chronological order, my dad got me a resin tool starter kit as well as a respiratory mask so that I could try some resin. My husband has some. My dad also bought him a kit. Not the same kit. My dad bought him a resin kit. I think it's Art Resin. Or is that the brand? I can't remember. But he bought him, like, they had their own little kit thing that was pretty expensive. I think that the resin tool kit that I got, that I picked out, was like $20. But it comes with a lot of stuff. Some of it I don't know what to use it for. I need to go back and read. I got it from Amazon. Well, my dad got it from Amazon. And I need to go back and read to see if those little plastic square or rectangles, are gloves or something. I don't think it's for the work surface because it also comes with a silicone mat. And I asked my friend, I was like, about the little pocket, what's it called? Little pocket scale it came with. And he said that you have to make sure that your resin can be measured in by weight and not by volume. And so now I'm like, oh, I didn't realize, for some reason I didn't realize you could weigh it like that. I don't know. I guess it makes sense when you really think about it, but it didn't cross my mind until he said that. So we'll see if I get to try that this weekend. I'm not sure yet. I haven't entirely figured out my plans for this weekend. And I haven't really been feeling well this week, so I might do a little more resting, or as much resting as possible. I hope you all have a great weekend, and let me know what you did this week, because I'd love to hear about it. Bye!
So my husband comes in. I say, "Hey baby, what's up?" And he's like, "Nothing. I just want to come over. I'm done playing games because bleep that thing. It's bleeping cow turds." I'm like, "Yeah, I heard you were angry." And he's like, "Booty, booty. I'm running around. I ain't got nothing on. I'm bleeping naked and everyone wants to put in my bleeping booty. Okay, I know that I got a nice booty, but no. I don't want that." And I try to tell them by running away, but apparently I can't run away. They can't just let me run away. No, they see that booty and they just gotta come for it. I'm like, no, just leave me alone. I know that I'm naked and that I'm vulnerable here, but like, that doesn't mean you could be a booty cavity. Bleep. I just start dying laughing. And then I'm like, I gotta stop recording. And then he's like, "Oh, you were recording? Oh my god."